Hello, my name is Masha and I'm a Yin Yoga instructor. And today I would like to talk about the hip openers in Yin Yoga practice and basically in any practice, in any yoga practice. Why hip openers are so important? So, if we're not open in the hips, we actually struggle to find our stability in any posture, even in a seated position. And also, we might start trying to open our knees from the knees. But what we should be actually doing, we should be opening our hips, rotating them externally. And this is why I would like to bring some attention to how better and in a safe way open your hips, and how to actually know if you need some more of attention to your hips and what kind of attention. So I will start with some practical solutions for you guys, and we will just all of us, we will sit on the floor and I will be moving back and closer to the phone so you can just hear me better when I'm speaking, and I will be demonstrating the positions when I'm moving further away from the phone. Well, at first I would like us all to just get into seated position and just check if we're sitting evenly on both of the sits bones here. Also check how far can you open one leg, how far can you open another leg. It's very common to think that we should be opening evenly in both of our hips, which is not realistic. Yeah, so it's very usual when you are open on one side more than on another, and maybe one side of yours would like to have a support, so you can use the cushions will do the work, or if you have yoga blocks, you can support one thigh with the yoga block to find yourself, maybe even both thighs, to find yourself in a seated position. When we are starting yoga practice and we're getting into seated position, we are looking not for our thighs and our knees to be on the ground, but we are looking for the extension of the spine, so the spine can start growing tall and we are not rolling onto our tailbone too much, so we are staying pretty much in the middle here, with or without blocks. So let me move a little bit closer. This is the basics of arriving into the practice, to make sure that you are seated on both sides evenly, that you are not rolling one rib cage to the side and then you are not rolling onto your tailbone. If that is happening, prop yourself with the cushions or the blocks. You might even would like to find yourself seated on the block, and this is absolutely fine. So now I will suggest a few poses that might help you to open your hips better. And we will go into a quick demo of a hip opening sequence here. So at first we will find ourselves seated, hips open as much as they are opening today, and we will take few breaths just to arrive here. Make sure that we are not bending the lower back too much and that we are not rolling onto the tailbone. Make sure that our shoulders are even as well. Taking some time here to arrive. And the first pose that I will suggest for us as a hip opener is a shoelace pose. So one knee will be on the floor and another knee we will have above, and we will try to find our sits bones pressed evenly towards the ground. If that is not happening, that might be too much, then you would have your shin paralleled to the edge of the mat, let's say, yeah, and this knee is bent, foot is on the ground. That might be already a lot for your hip flexors and for your hips. If the shoelace does not bring a lot of sensations, then we will go into another variation. bringing your ankle onto your knee and opening from the hip here, yeah? So we don't want to start pressing the knee because we are risking the injury here. We want to start opening from the hip. Let's say I'm staying here and I just want to stay here for several deep breaths. Ideally, we would like to hold the pose from 2 to 5 minutes. Make sure that you can hold this pose. That is not too much. If that is too much, go back a little bit. Maybe lift your knee, maybe prop your knee with a block here. That might be already enough. And we will just stay here. And if you like, you might also start going into a forward fold, dropping your head down. Hold this pose from 2 to 5 minutes. And then take some time for a rebound to let your legs rest. Massage your legs on the outer side and on the inner side and really relax. Maybe give them a little bit of a shake. This is quite important. The rest time is important also for the body to integrate the space that we just opened around our hip. And then we can go on the other side. And again, two sides, they might be different. So you would like to really listen to what your body needs. See if you are seated evenly on both of your sit bones and maybe adjust the position here, maybe change it again. So let's say I will stay here. Let's say this is enough for me. Yeah? So I will start folding towards my thigh to go a little bit deeper. And then I will be bringing my head back. I will be bringing it down. To stay here for another 2 to 5 minutes. In this position, we are looking for the sensations along our thighs, on the sides and on the back, and in the hip. So if this position already brings a lot of sensations, here the shoelace as we know it, yeah? Stay here. If you don't sense anything in the shoelace, then you can square your legs here. Make sure that knees are not experiencing any painful sensations. We are looking for a sense of stress. We are looking for a sense of discomfort that we can stay through. We're never looking for any pain here. After each position, take a deep breath and take some time for a rebound. Maybe even rest on your back if you like. I will not be resting on my back because you will not see, you will see only the middle of my body. So the other hip opener that I would suggest for today is like half a straddle, yeah? So one leg is straightened to the side and we have another foot to the inner thigh. So let me maybe reposition the camera a little bit so you can see it guys better. Like this, yeah? And I will move a little bit here. So once again, we want to make sure that we are sitting evenly on the both of the sit bones. If this thigh is not feeling well and is not reaching the ground, feel free to prop it with a cushion or with a block. So we will stay here, and here is the one quick sequence for you to open your hips better. So we will start with twisting away from our extended leg. On the exhale from the navel, the shoulders are just following. We're not doing anything with the arms here. And then we're coming back in the middle on the inhale. Then we're twisting away again, and we're coming back again. We are twisting away again, and then we will lift this arm up, and from this twist, we will go into a side body stretch. Here another block might become handy if you want to rest your forearm on the block. And we will stay here for another 20-30 breaths. Deep breaths from your belly. And then after we have finished breathing through this pose, we will turn onto our leg, but we will not be lifting up. Nothing changes in the upper body. We're just turning onto this leg to find our forearms propped on the blocks, or maybe you can reach the ground. And we will find the fold from the lower belly towards the thigh. And once we found this fold, we will drop the head down. And stay here for another 20-30 deep, slow breaths. Once we've done here, we will start lifting up, building the spine vertebra by vertebra. So do not turn your head as I did just now. What we are doing is the next thing. Head is coming up the last. And then we will come back to the middle to just notice if there is any difference here. How does it feel now all around our hips? With our breath, we're really creating some softening and allowing some space to happen around our hip joints. So even in the longer holds, we are increasing the mobility around the joint by just allowing the soft tissues to soften and to open the joint to a new range of motion. So after doing it on the one side, we will just repeat it on the other side. And notice here, if on this side you feel different, maybe you need to prop your thigh here. Like for example, with me, both right and left always feel different. And so it's a very good exercise to keep your attention within yourself. Not on the teacher, not on the people around you. The teacher is guiding you to the position that you would like to start working for you, not you working for the position, yeah? So use all the props that you need, the cushions, the blocks, and we will start again twisting on the exhale away from the straight leg, coming back on the inhale, twisting away on the exhale, coming back on the inhale. And on the next exhale, we will open this arm, lift it up, and from the twist, we will go into a side body stretch. Try not to close the chest here. We're trying to open the chest, to keep it open. Staying here from 20 to 30 breaths. And then after that, not unfolding, we will just turn on this leg and find our props under the forearms. Find this fold from your lower body. Relax the back leg, the one that is bent, and drop your head down. In this position, you would also like to stay from 20 to 30 breaths at least, and then build yourself up vertebra by vertebrae. Take some time here to notice if there is any difference. So these are our hip openers for today. And if you're really working on increasing the mobility in your hips and doing it gradually but regularly will help a lot. I would suggest just include it into your practice, into your daily practice, maybe into your routine, and just notice the difference that will come maybe already in few days if we are doing it gently and correctly. And as a reminder, in Yin Yoga, we are looking for relaxation. We are looking for finding ourselves in the position when we are experiencing the discomfort, the stress and the stretch, but never the pain, especially in the joints. And there we are staying to breathe through those sensations and to ease all around the sensations. So what we're actually doing by this, we're increasing the range of motion around the joint, and this is what the hip opening is. Thank you very much. See you in another video.